Hi. So this is day two of Doing It Scared. Welcome to Man, Maps, and Machines. My name still is the same, Kennedy Kithia. Welcome back. And today I'm going to share a bit about courage. Courage, because I know I'll need a lot of that. But at the same time, because there's a bit of a change or a different angle that I found myself looking at this when I was doing the other 5 or 15 takes before this one, because I've done quite a number of them. And as I was doing them, I realized, hey, I think I'm doing these things just to do them because I said I want to do it, to show that, or rather to prove to myself that I don't really know what I'm doing, but I can do it. But at the same time, I found myself willfully neglecting things that I know need to be taken care of, which led me to think, if I genuinely am not trying, then I'm not going to improve. I'm not going to get better at whatever it is that I'm doing. And that's like the thought that I had in mind. And I was like, for the whatever criticism, for you to put yourself out there, for me to put myself out there, I actually have to put myself out there. I can't be out here doing bare minimum and expecting to grow from there, because that's ideally that's kind of lying to myself, because that's not the base from which I am. And it's in a way giving in to being actually afraid of, actually trying and being told that sucked. So for it to actually be valid, I have to actually try and then suck, which sucks. It's just so it's difficult. It's way more difficult than I thought. But well, anyway, we're gonna do it. And today I was thinking a lot about, for this video, I was thinking a lot about courage. And I know it's going to take a whole lot of that for me to be able to do this, and for anyone else to do it, really, because venturing into something that, well, something like this, it could be different for you. It could be a different space or whatever. But venturing into that is something that could be potentially scary and very uncertain, and you'd probably be filled with a lot of doubt. But rather, because of that, I found myself reading the good book, and this is Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, which says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." And if you know the story about Joshua, you know the situation that he was in when all of this was happening. Just to put things into context without necessarily choosing scripture to isolate and fit a certain, predicament that I find myself in. Joshua and the people of Israel were getting into a new space. And Joshua was one of the scouts who had gone there, and they saw things. And so they also saw like huge people, and most of them gave a negative report, and they were terrified and they were scared, which in our sense kind of makes, like, if you look at it from a human perspective, it makes sense. But then for us, especially as Christians, I'm a Christian, the things that we do, the things that I do, I don't necessarily depend on myself for strength, for courage, which leads me to asking, since being strong and courageous is a direct command from God, does it mean that being scared, or not being strong, not being courageous, is a sin? Maybe that's something I need to think about. But yeah, as I was thinking about this, I know I know for sure I will need a whole lot of courage, because the thing is, I can't just do it, he'll like willy nilly. I don't know whether that willy. I don't even know what willy nilly means. I can't just do it haphazardly, knowing that I do know what needs to be done and I'm not applying it because I'm afraid that if I apply it, I will suck. But that's the point of the videos, for me to suck. So I actually have to put in effort. I really have to put in effort and then, put it out there and then get whatever kind of feedback that will come my way. And only then will I be able to improve or get better or whatever it is that I'll be doing. It's the same for anyone out there. Unless you apply yourself, unless I apply myself, whatever kind of criticism or comments that I get or advice that I get is not really going to be relevant because I did not put in the effort. And criticism or correction works best when you actually put in effort. So this is me actually putting in effort, writing a kind of a structure about whatever it is that I'm going to talk about. And, like even trying to set up a mic and something so I can probably get a bit of a better audio. I don't know if it's going to work. I'll try and then see. Yes, just applying the little that I know, the much that I know, and risking what? Getting slapped by eggs or whatever it is. But anyway, that's it for now. This one's going to be a bit bigger because I have to now post it. The other one's only on YouTube. The first video is only on YouTube. But for this one, it has to go on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Instagram, which is going to put me, oh my goodness, which is going to have me in front of more people, more than the 3 people who watched the video that I put up on YouTube. Yes. So if you see this, please be kind. Be kind. All right. And I hope you get encouraged in some kind of way. All right. Cool. Terrific. Thank you so much. That's been Man Maps and Machines. And yeah. Oh, I'll talk about that some more later on. Maybe the next video, the next clip. Day 3 of doing it scared. Okay. Great. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Cheers.